Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Good morning. Welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right. I am John Palacio.
And I'm Marlene Cuellar, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Yes, thank you. You had options, but hey, I'll tell you what, you choose to be along with us, and we're so grateful you're starting your morning right here with us. I feel like I look like my ice cream on the screen, huh? For some reason or the other, I don't know.
If that's how you feel, right?
I feel like that today.
That's how you feel. Who am I to object?
It is a fun Friday, Belize. It is a fun Friday. Again, we're so thankful to have you in. First order of duty, as per usual, is always to tell you exactly, try to break down what the newscast showcased yesterday. And there were so many things, Marlene, inclusive of the police situation whereby some police officers were sent home at the compel, telling, you know what, there were ample time for these folks, or for these officers, to know exactly what's going on. He also commented on the police association's lawyer. He also commented on that as well. So, there's so many things to actually focus on, but the biggest thing, and the scratch record continues. It's actually to talk about the coronavirus and the situation that we've got in our country, Marlene. It is a dire one, and we need to get a hold of it.
You know, a few days ago, we were discussing kind of just the big news coming out with the confirmation of the variants that are in the country.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we noted was the high number of hospitalizations that were recorded by the Ministry of Health. And we should be clear that, of course, this is a cumulative active hospitalizations, which means people can be at Western Regional, Southern Regional, Northern Regional, and also the KHMH.
Yeah.
But yesterday, our reporter with News 5, Isani Cayetano, visited the KHMH to kind of see what was going on there. We know that they are the center of treating the most serious cases, as well as cases within this region.
Yeah.
And I think it was, hearing, especially from Nurse Bowman, who just said, we saw this before, we're seeing it again. The cases just keep coming and coming and coming.
And also the fact that 100% of those that are in there, unvaccinated people, haven't been fully vaccinated then.
Yeah.
And those were her words, actually. So we know that the reality is actually setting in. But Isani Cayetano was at the KHMH, and here is the reality of what's going on there.
A surge in the number of active COVID-19 cases across the country has brought immense pressure on the resources at Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital, stretching the facility to its limits. On Wednesday, the Ministry of Health and Wellness reported that as many as 533 persons are presently infected with the coronavirus. This time around, women are the majority.
We have had a rise in numbers over the past couple of weeks, more or less 3 to 4 weeks. We're seeing more and more cases, and we're seeing more cases of critical patients in the unit. As of today, we have 8 patients in the COVID unit. Of those 8, 5 are critical patients, 2 are ventilated, and 3 are on high-flow nasal cannula, and we have 3 stable patients at this moment.
The ebb and flow of critically ill patients is unremitting. As the largest medical facility in the country, more is being done at the COVID unit than elsewhere in the healthcare system.
Because we're a national referring hospital, all the cases come to us. And of course, the ones that are severely or critically ill. This week has been very overwhelming for all the staff because we've been having continuous numbers of cases coming in, like one after the other. Like I could give you as recent as of Tuesday, I think we were at full capacity where the COVID unit had at least 10 patients, where within one day we had gotten 4 patients who were, really needing interventions that would save their lives. And so we are feeling the numbers that we are seeing on the outside. We are feeling it in the hospital as well.
All of the patients presently hospitalized here at KHMH are yet to be inoculated. It's a big part of why they are bedridden and in need of critical care.
Unfortunately, here, the patients that we've had, none of them have been fully vaccinated. So all the cases of severe disease that we have here admitted to the unit at this time, none of the patients have been fully vaccinated. So that's the importance of the vaccination.
Reiterating that point is Nurse Casilda Bowman. She has been at the forefront of the fight against COVID-19 from early last year, when an entire wing of the hospital had to be retrofitted to treat patients with this illness.
We can tell you from statistics that 100% of the patients that are in the COVID unit presently are not fully vaccinated. All right? And yes, we have had cases, maybe 1 or 2 cases who were fully vaccinated, but they had mild symptoms. And so that's something that we can say, hey, we have proof here.
The increase in hospitalizations and the resulting drawdown on available resources, including personal protective equipment and oxygen, requires constant replenishment.
We normally would try and maintain at least a 2-week supply of whatever is needed in the actual COVID unit as well as the rest of the hospital. With some supplies, we have over a 2-month supply. However, for COVID, being that there's a scarcity throughout the world, we're more or less limited to about a 2-week supply. And that, whenever it goes below a certain number, then we're normally tapped up by the Ministry of Health. And that normally comes in a timely manner, so there's no real scarcity of supplies when we need it the most.
Going back to Tuesday's drama at the COVID unit, Nurse Bowman tells us that they were forced into overdrive to make room for incoming patients.
That day, we literally had to open our overspill area where we had to move over our patients under investigation into a different area so we can have more rooms ready available in the event that we have any more cases coming in. And so we consistently have to be in a state of preparedness, state of readiness, because Dr. Bradley and I and Dr. Cruz, what we have to do daily and maybe every couple hours is to re-evaluate the patients we have, see how we can move patients, shift patients around to accommodate the amount of people coming in.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isana Cayetano.
That's right. So as told by the reporter and of course the folks there at the KHMH, that is the reality that we're facing in our country.
And you know, I think it's important that we're able to capture what's happening in the hospital because one of the weaknesses that we know makes this part overcoming or getting control of COVID-19 in our country is that we don't have much room for spiking cases because with spiking cases we know comes a certain level of hospitalization and that's where we're lacking the most in resources. So you know, you can look at other countries who may react when the cases are more or the caseload is heavier. But when we look at our situation with the hospitals, we have to be very practical about how many people we can serve. And, you know, as they pointed out on Tuesday, you know, they were at capacity because the cases that have been confirmed, which is what is reported, but then there are also the persons under investigation that are being treated like COVID patients, waiting for the official confirmation that they do in fact have COVID, but they're showing symptoms and having the same effects on their body as one with COVID-19.
Indeed. It is overwhelming. You know, and for that reason, we had to showcase that story so folks could understand what the situation is there. But Marlene, more so...
Even so, just to add to that, in Guatemala City, their hospitals are filled. They had to create an emergency COVID-19 area or building for them to be able to treat people. And, you know, there's video coming out from inside the building, and it's just the walls, the rooms, the cubicles that they've set up. This emergency hospital is just filled with persons on oxygen.
It's tough. It's tough to eventually just think about it. Just listening to the interview again, they're saying that there is another room that they're trying to clear out just in the event. But when it comes to supplies, they've got about 2 weeks supplies because of the world demand. The situation is actually, it's real. That's where we are at this particular point. So much so real that the Belize Medical and Dental Association actually put out a release saying that, you know what, these are some of the things that we would advise the government, or some of the steps that we would advise the government to actually take on, inclusive of pushing curfew to 7 p.m.
Yeah, yeah. No, they're calling for stricter measures throughout. The curfew is one of them. And my guess is, and we can only guess based on what we saw coming out of the last cabinet brief, is that there was an instruction for them to explore different measures that should be taken with the recent spike in COVID. We haven't heard what details, whether that will happen, when that will happen, and what details that will include. But the BMDA definitely went ahead and put forward their recommendation because what they are seeing and what they know can potentially happen is absolutely concerning.
Indeed.
And there's several ways to look at it. Whether, Dr. Musa, I think earlier this week, talked about kind of just having targeted responses. So instead of what we saw last year where the entire nation was shut down at once or the entire nation faces the same level of restrictions, it could be targeted where you are seeing hotspots. Those are the areas that you try to gain some control over, as we saw with the villages in the south just last month.
Yeah. And there we go again, because as you mentioned, villages in the south. The report from yesterday actually showcased Belize City actually having two double digits again. So I think Belize City have been on a 2 weeks of double digits with respect to new cases popping up. And of course, there's so many other cases that are under, not cases, but so many people are under investigation as we speak. So where are we going? Yesterday, there were so many more new cases than recoveries. How far are we going to go?
And let's not miss the biggest point here. All the hospitalizations, as Dr. Bradley pointed out, are of persons who are not fully vaccinated.
There you go.
And this is what the data has been showing, not just in Belize, but around the world. Vaccinations are now your added layer of protection. So in addition to all the protocols, so washing your hands, the mask, the distance, having the vaccination is your protection against ending up in the hospital and losing your life to COVID-19.
Indeed. And I just want to point out here, Marlene, that there are folks who, they want to get the vaccine, yes, but they try to stay away from long lines, well, according to them. Now, the Ministry of Health throughout the country have got so many clinics going on. That's primarily. I've got people in my circle who are saying, I'll go on Tuesday because Tuesday is the day when things are slower. Look, coronavirus is not waiting for Tuesday. It's as long as you're in the vicinity or as long as you are with somebody, you breathe that air. These are the things. So we need to take heed of that. It's not about next Tuesday. It is about now.
Yeah.
All right? And that's the reality of the situation that's going on. So if you know that you haven't taken the vaccine as yet, then go on out there and get vaccinated. All right? And so we move on. We continue to try to motivate you to do the right thing. And in motivating you, we move on now to the eye opener.
That's right. And our eye opener, taken from dailyom.com, goes like this. Input from experts is valuable, but our own sense of the truth is ultimately the most important. To a certain degree, we rely on other people's accounts of reality to inform us of the nature of the universe. For example, we can't all be molecular physicists, but we can benefit from taking their findings to heart. In the same way, we often look to teachers and various leaders to tell us about the path to enlightenment and the nature of the realm of spirit. While this input from experts is undeniably valuable, our own sense of the truth is ultimately the most important piece in processing the information we take in from external sources. This does not mean that we discount the information we receive from outside sources. It simply means that we are vigilant enough to question it before we decide whether or not we agree with it. All the information we receive is useful in the process of helping us make up our own minds. As we allow ourselves to sit with the things we learn, measuring them alongside our own inner sense of the truth and our own experiences, we find that making up our minds is a joyful process of integration that grows into stronger, smarter, more engaged human beings.
You know, Wednesday we spoke about following the eye-opener and the motivation. It was about experience. Today's eye-opener is about trust. It's about trusting yourself. It's about trusting those that are around you. That's what I get from it, from reading it over and over earlier this morning. You know, input from experts is valuable, but our own sense of truth is ultimately the most important. Primarily, you trust yourself. And primarily, that's what we do.
That's
trust
what
ourselves.
we should do.
That's what we should do. But then again, you've got the professionals out there that when you hear the word, then we know that we trust it. A while ago, we ran a story from the KHMH, and they're telling us about the realities of the coronavirus situation there.
Yeah.
It is from the professionals, and so we trust it. The same within ourselves. Yeah. You were going to say?
No, I was just going to say, for me, I think the part that actually stood out was the fact that questioning things is healthy.
Of course, yes.
So it's not always about just kind of seeing something, hearing something, and just saying, okay, well, you know, John said it, so it's fact. And I think there's a healthy level of skepticism that we should practice. But, you know, that was my first thought in reading it. But when I saw it earlier, I think one of the things that stood out to me, I thought of people that I know who tend to do what is called the polling, you know, and this isn't necessarily seeking advice or input from experts, you know. So they come to you and they say, oh, this and this and this and that. What I should do, John? What I should do, George? What I should do, Marlene? Because they don't, and the most infuriating thing very often is when you help your friend out and then they still do something different anyway because they already knew. They didn't have that trust in themselves. And I think that's something that takes it takes a lot of practice. If you're not comfortable enough doing it, it takes a lot of practice to be able to get there.
Indeed, indeed. Practice, trust, experience. These are the things that we shadow for you.
You got a guilty laugh with that one, John. I won't ask anything else.
There we go, there we go. But it is a fun Friday, and as we move on, it is a time we take a look at the weather, so you know exactly what the weekend weather is going to be like. Here's the forecaster on duty at the Met Service.
Good morning, Belize. Fair weather prevailing. The 24-hour forecast for Belize and her coastal waters calls for mostly sunny skies today with high temperatures reaching 91 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 96 inland and 84 in the hills. Tonight, skies will be partly cloudy and low temperatures will drop to 79 along the coast, 73 inland and 66 in the higher elevations. Showers will be generally isolated along with inland afternoon thunderstorms. The winds will be light and variable at first, then later the winds will blow from the east to northeast at 5 to 15 knots. The sea state will be slight. There is a low tide at 7:30 a.m. followed by a high at 1:28 in the afternoon. Another low occurs at 7:40 tonight and a high at 1:42 tomorrow morning. The sun rose at 5:35 this morning and will set again at 19 minutes past 6. The moon will rise at 11 minutes past 10 this morning and set at 30 minutes past 10 tonight. The outlook for Saturday and Saturday night is for partly clouded skies with isolated showers or isolated thunderstorms. In the sargassum forecast, the chances of more sargassum mats affecting our beaches will continue to be high for the next few days. In the tropical weather outlook, at 6 a.m. local time, Tropical Depression Fred was centered near latitude 22.2 north and longitude 77.5 degrees west, or about 60 miles north-northeast of Camguay, Cuba. Fred was moving west-northwest at 10 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds of 35 miles per hour. Also, an area of low pressure located about 850 miles east of the Lesser Antilles have a high chance of becoming a tropical depression over the next day or so, as the system moves west-northwest at 20 miles per hour. Elsewhere in the Atlantic Basin, tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 48 hours. And that's your morning forecast that was prepared here at the National Meteorological Service.
And there you have it. That's Catherine Cumberbatch.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so very much for providing us with the weather update.
All right.
And so we do move on. Like we mentioned, it is a fun Friday, and we want to make sure that you start your morning right. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. The first segment this morning is going to be with Grace and you. What will they be chefing up this morning? Well, we'll let you know in the first segment.
Coconut curry kebabs.
What? Coconut curry kebabs? I love it. I love it. I love it. But I'll tell you what as well. The bearded chef is going to be up there this morning to chef that up for you. Coconut curry kebabs. All right. That's going to be our first segment.
All right, and then we have AJ and Noelle out and about again.
I'm jealous.
I know, right? So this time they went out to learn how to play basketball and volleyball at the Hub.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, man, check this out. Volleyball and basketball, two of the main favorites here in Belize. And AJ and Noelle and AJ, they're out and about, and they'll be telling us exactly how it goes.
Well, you can also be out and about over the weekend as well.
How so?
What we are going to find out about are some of the activities. We're going to get some advice, I should say, from a tour guide from Andy Bahador, the owner of Kungo Belize. And he is going to be telling us about some of the activities that you can do along with your family. And this is going to be specifically in the south. He's going to be tackling the different regions for us. We're always looking for great day trips, affordable trips as a family. And yeah, how you can do that, we're going to find out in the second part of the show. So AJ and Noelle will go out and about, and Andy will tell us where we can go out and about.
That's a good mix. I love that.
Yeah.
But did I just say mix? Good mix, huh? There's a little spot here in the city. It's located there in the Kings Park area of Belize City. It's called The Spot. And they'll be in with us this morning. They'll be whipping out some weekend cocktails. Like I mentioned, a mix. So they'll be mixing up a storm for us this morning. And we're also looking forward to that. But we've got to take that break. Just before we do, though, we've got a birthday shout out. My goodness. And we've got to say happy birthday to Julia Gabriel. Happy birthday, Jules. Sarah's wishing you all the very best. It's tomorrow. It's going to be your day.
She is going to be 60 years old young.
Yeah,
That's right,
yes,
Julia.
yes.
John had it right. 60 years young on Saturday. Oh, we do hope that you have an enjoyable birthday.
Yeah, man. We wish you all the very best from your entire family, of course, from us here at Channel 5 and from right here on Open Your Eyes. We're about to take the break. When we come back, it's going to be a cooking storm as we've got Grace and you. That's when we return. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Hey son, how was your first day at sixth form?
Really cool. It was great to see my friends, and I really love my teachers.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm sorry I wasn't there for your first day, but I'll be back from Corozal next week.
It's okay, Dad. I can't wait to see you. Oh, and please remember, I still have some books I need to purchase.
Ah, yes. Let me e-cash you that right now. Money has been sent. I add a little extra cash just for you.
Whoa, Dad. Thanks. Got it.
You're welcome, sir.
Download the eCash app today and take your first step into a cashless lifestyle. For more information, visit www.e-cash.com or contact us via WhatsApp at 613-0257. eCash, the future is here.
It's a fact that with Smart, you get truly unlimited everything. Only with Smart, you get unlimited data anytime. While with the other guy, it's only double data on weekends. With unlimited data every day with Smart, there's no need to wait. So, it's a fact that our unlimited plans beat the competition. Stop being measured and told when to use your data and get unlimited talk, text, and data. Experience the true unlimited plans with Smart. That's a fact. Make the switch and live smart.
I feel honored. Truthfully, like I said, as a teacher, I feel that this is my highlight for the month, I guess. A beautiful way to start a month. to be among students who are aspiring to be someone. Today, we trust in you. We believe in you, because to have been chosen out of the 350 students, there is a spark in you that we saw, that we believe in. Now it's up to you to go out there and let that spark illuminate the world. We need that in Belize, and we at Social Security are depending on you to bring that light to them.
And I got vaccinated to protect myself, my family, my patients, and my community.
Good morning,
Nurse Martinez here. I got my vaccine because I want to protect my family, especially my patients, and everybody around me, everybody I come in contact with.
Mi nombre es Nurse Chinchilla. Me vacuné porque quiero proteger mis familias y mis pacientes.
I'm Dr. Nunes, internist at Solar Indiana Hospital, and I got vaccinated to protect myself, my staff, and my patients.
Soy el doctor Eduardo García. He trabajado 22 años en Belice y yo me puse la vacuna del COVID por la sencilla razón de protegerme a mí mismo, proteger a mi familia y proteger al país de Belice, porque es importante pensar en Belice.
Before you get caught up in this lifestyle, think about what could happen. You could end up in prison. Quick end to your life. Your family becomes a target.
Have to protect the life where we live, so you know, so we have to think smart. Have to think smart. Have to protect the life where we live, so you have to watch your head back. Watch your head back. And you don't want to do nothing negative, got the past away you can't get back. You fit, you fit.
Don't get caught up in the game. You are worth so much more. The Community Rehabilitation Department is here to support you and your family. Counseling, life skills, family support, educational assistance, linkages to other programs and services, all in an effort to support you as you choose a better life. So come in and visit the Community Rehabilitation Department. Come in, make we reason. It's not too late to start working towards a positive future. For more information on support services for families of children at risk of coming in conflict with the law, contact the Community Rehabilitation Department at 223-2716. This message is brought to you by the Community Rehabilitation Department, the National Committee for Families and Children, and UNICEF.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
Wow. Oh my God, she drunk. No hurry, I got this. Goodness. Oh my gosh, it's the artist.
Being the hardest. The artist. But you had way more than 2 drinks tonight, love, which is a legal limit to drive. What about you? Can you drive?
Well, I was drinking soft drink all night, so I can drive her home. Thanks, Bree. Of course, Tricia. You know I got you. You're my girl.
That's what I like to see. Friends don't let friends drive drunk, because you can't replay in a real life. Stig says so. Can't replay in a real life.
Flavor with a Beat is brought to you by Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, bringing good taste to life.
And we're back, and of course, it's time for another edition of Grace Flavor with a Beat. All right, and you said if it has a beat, you should dance, right?
I know, like I said, we'll probably beat the, you know, music, so I don't want.
All right, we got Chef Baird in the house. And of course, we are so happy to have you here personally, because that means we get to sample. It's not virtual anymore.
I know about a year ago, I did a show with you guys, but it was virtual. We did some awesome lobster burgers, but today you guys get the sample.
I know. Last time we had to watch and drool as we saw it on TV. We also have Mr. Allen with us here as a Grace representative, and you'll be telling us all about the different product lines and steals and deals people can take advantage of, right?
Ma'am.
Okay. So, what's on the menu for today, Chef Beard?
All right, guys. Well, you know, this is Chef Beard for Grace's Flavor with a Beat, and today we're gonna make some coconut curry chicken kebabs. Right? So how that sound to you? Good?
Well, I love curry and I love coconut curry.
They then just pair perfectly together. The main ingredients, we have the main ingredients right here. The coconut milk. The coconut milk, excellent for tenderize the meat, keep it moist. We have the spices in the curry. Ketchup, I'm not a big fan of eating ketchup like that, but cooking with ketchup, it has like awesome acid, you know, and bring out a nice acid. So all of these products are from...
Ketchup? You're going to cook with ketchup?
Yeah, we're going to cook with some ketchup because you give a nice acid. You know, Yeah. Oh, you don't have it on?
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on low. All right, so and then we'll have some other stuff that I'm gonna show you guys and explain to you why I use it. So let's get right into it. Right, so we have some chicken breasts. You can use thighs, but you have like a lead technique for like, you know, for debone. So if
And what
not,
time for that?
just take it where you know. So the first thing when I use some coconut oil.
Okay.
Before I start seasoning my meat, I always use a little bit of oil because you know that's a good medium for distribute flavors and get it going. Not too much.
And that Grace coconut oil, the minute you open it, you smell the
oil,
coconut.
you smell the rich coconut flavor. So I'm going to put on a little bit of salt. Not too much because I use some mahar for the color. Some black pepper. Excellent. And some malheur. If you're going to cook with malheur, I suggest you use a lot of salt because this already have your own salts and excellent color.
And seasoning, so you don't usually have to add anything else.
Exactly. And it gives a great color as well. And for one of our main ingredients, the Grace spicy curry.
Ooh. All right, so they have different lines of the curry powder? Is there, or all of them are spicy?
No, they just have only the spicy one.
Okay.
Only the spicy one?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, because in Belize we like spicy food.
I like the Grace curry because it have a really rich color. The turmeric in it just really rich. So we're just going to give this a little mix. Give this a slightly mix there.
Now you usually make curry in a sauce. Like people used to having curry with a sauce and especially when it's coconut curry. But this time you are going to put it on the pan. You're going to pan fry it.
Yes, we're going to pan fry it. You can also do it pan grill, you know.
Okay.
Excellent. So Grace tomato ketchup. This is the hot one. If you like it hot. So we're going to put a little bit of ketchup for the acid. Not too much.
And how did you discover to cook with ketchup like that?
Actually, ketchup is used a lot in Caribbean cooking, especially Jamaican cooking. All of those Jamaican patties and they use a lot of ketchup with cooking. This is something that I also like to use. Fish and meat sauce. This is what will give the savory umami flavor in your food, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna put a little bit of that. Not too much. And this browning, I always tell people about Grace browning. Chicken never have to look white. And it's not just for color, you know. Browning has like a slightly bitter flavor and it just makes makes the meat a lot more bold, you know, and it has a slight bitter flavor, and if it's balanced well with the rest
All right, so let me recap what we did. We did just a little bit of salt, some pepper. We started with the coconut oil, curry, ketchup, malheur, fish and meat sauce, and browning.
Yeah, that's right. And the last thing we add is the coconut milk. This, guys, coconut milk is an excellent meat tenderizer. This, once you create a marinade with this, it will keep it moist and tender. All right, so what we're going to do now is just...
Look at how thick that is.
I know. We're going to just full that up.
So you would typically marinate this for a while?
You could do it overnight, but I find out that 30 minutes also does the trick.
Okay.
You know, if you're in a hurry, if you're in a hurry, 30 minutes is fine to get things going.
All right.
So you could put this in the fridge. When you're done, you can get this in the fridge, just so.
All right. So we have the chicken prepared. I see a lot of other items here. Arturo, it seems like you have your station lined up to cook.
This is not it. All right.
Yeah, it's on low.
Guys, so after your chicken marinade, we're gonna put it on some skewers. I already have some pre-prep. Yeah, mine is kind of a little heavy.
Oh, heavy, yeah.
Yeah, I have some pre-prep here. You could add whatever veggies you want. Here I have some onions and some yellow and red bell peppers. You know, got some green ones, whatever you want. This was marinated overnight. If you notice, the color done all the way through the meat, so you bet it's gonna be good.
Now, because it's chicken strips, it wouldn't cook. It wouldn't take very long to cook, right?
It wouldn't take very long to cook. It's just breast, and it's about 3 to 4 minutes on each side.
Okay.
You just have to you know, keep rotating it and make sure you don't burn. Guys, one thing I'm going to tell you before you strip your meat in your kebabs, soak on skewers in water for at least 15 minutes. Reason why is that if you soak your skewer in water, it will not burn, because a lot of times when you make kebabs, you notice that the bottom of the skewer
get black,
and
yeah,
it'll burn off.
Yeah.
Right, so soak it in water right before you.
All right, that's something I never knew at all. This is the type of tips that we need from these experienced chefs.
Yeah, tricks of the trade.
Okay.
So again, Grace's coconut oil. I wanna love the scent of a coconut oil. So we're gonna add like a slide, about a couple tablespoons. Get that going.
All right.
That's nice.
And while he's prepping that, why don't we talk about some of the deals going on with Grace right now?
So good morning again, everyone. So today I'm here to explain the deals we have in all our supermarkets countrywide. This is from Corozal to Toledo in all of the huge supermarkets. Our products this month that is on promotion is our Grace evaporated milk, our Grace condensed milk, our Grace coconut milk, our San Marcos refried beans, and our chicken Vienna sausages. For the Grace evaporated milk, it's you purchase 2, you get 2 free. So you can purchase 2 of the milks and you get 2 free. So you're basically getting 4 for the price of 2. You also purchase 2 Grace condensed milk, you get 2 condensed milk free. The Grace coconut milk can is you purchase 2 cans, you get 1 free. The chicken Vienna sausage, which is the hot and spicy, you purchase 4, you get 1 free as well. Our San Marcos beans, you purchase 2, you get 1 free, and this is all the big supermarket countrywide.
So basically, any one of these products that you buy, if you buy a certain amount, you get burrata.
Yes.
Oh.
You get one free one.
I like burrata.
Everybody loves burrata.
Right? So you can check all the local supermarkets in your area, and the promotion is going to be there.
All right, now pan nice and hot, so we just can get there right on. And what we're looking for is a nice sear, right? We're gonna get a good sear on this, and after we get a good sear on each side, we're gonna add some butter. The butter is gonna do a couple things. It's gonna reduce the heat so that it doesn't burn, allowing the kebabs and the chicken to cook all the way through, and it will also keep it very moist. Plus the butter just goes really well with the curry and the coconut and everything.
Yeah, that's gonna give it. I mean, who doesn't love butter?
Together, who doesn't love butter? Guys, we're gonna pair this off with quick avocado salsa that Marlene is gonna prepare.
Me, yes, me. All right, tell me.
All right, so
So you assured me that this is an easy recipe.
Very easy.
Okay, good.
I have to let you do it because I have to tend to these kebabs.
Okay.
So, if you could bring it up over this side.
I have to do it.
So step right up over this side.
Okay, sure.
Right.
Tell me what you need me to do. So we got the avocado in here already.
Yeah, I have 1.5 avocado, and I have 1.5 for you to put in.
Okay.
While I keep rotating these. Yeah.
Put it in now?
Yeah, put it in right now. You smell that?
Smells delicious.
Guys, the curry.
So you sear
and the
it?
coconut is just excellent together. Yes, you want a good sear on each side.
All right.
Look at the sear that we're getting.
Yeah.
And the heat is on medium high, right? You don't want it too high because you don't want to burn the meat. You have to keep the rotated. I soaked my skewers last night, but I had to pre-prep, so I'm watching the tips. Normally you want to do it right before you put it on, maybe like an hour or so before, and it will never burn. All right, Marlene, so what you have in there? Avocado?
Avocado.
All right, now we'll put some media crema. Put maybe like a 1/4 cup. You know
like
I
supposed to guess
yes,
what? Okay.
Yes, this is a Belizean cooking, you know.
Correct.
We don't want dash of this, we want dash of that. You know. While it's happening, I'm going to add some butter. And like I said, it's going to reduce the heat.
All right, I think that's quarter, maybe half. I don't know. Let's see. Media crema, avocado.
A squeeze of lime.
A squeeze of lime. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we got half a lime in there.
About a quarter of an onion.
A quarter of an onion.
Yeah. All right. No, that's fine. You could that's a quarter actually. I'm a big onion.
Well, I never remember it in so big, but your blender that's strong?
Yeah, it's strong.
Okay, good.
So,
water.
Yeah, put some water. I'm gonna put some water.
See, I tell you, Arturo know how to do this, you know.
Some
You see?
salt. And guys, today our avocado recipe, or spicy avocado recipe, calls for Grace's, well, San Marcos jalapenos, but it's carried by Grace, right?
Oh, we're gonna put jalapeno
yes, we're gonna add
in there.
jalapeno. It's
Oh
gonna
my
be
gosh.
avocado and jalapeno.
Okay, so am I gonna drain it or?
No, you could just pull out a couple of them. Got it?
Yeah, I got
All
it.
right, try to find a couple big ones. Use a spoon.
Now you're talking my language. All right.
Spicy.
Yeah. Let me carrot one.
Rich.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think next time Marlena really needs some music though.
Yeah, I think you should sing.
Like, yeah.
I think, you know, sometimes you hear the music in your head, you know.
Also, guys, you can
Okay, I think that's
you can follow our Grace Beverage Center page for summer deals that is coming up. You can follow our Grace Kennedy page as well for other trivias that we do weekly giveaways. So you can look out for those as well.
That's it.
That's very simple.
All right. So let me do my chefing now. My chefing is basically just pressing start.
Yeah. I think I'll press the power, press it on.
Mm-hmm.
No,
It's
press
on?
the number, yeah.
Press on.
Press that number.
There you
One thing I want to check is the consistency.
Okay.
You know, if you want it thick, but this is more like a salsa, so you probably want it, yeah, a little thinner. So add a little bit of water.
Water?
Mm-hmm. What I like to add as well is some of the same mala, because that's like chicken broth, right?
You know what's funny, right? I see Chef Beard to watch me corner your eye like, no, no.
That's true. I have watched you. I have faith in you,
All right, we got some mala in there.
All right. That is some more water.
I see you have some garlic. Yeah, it's some water.
Yeah, and you could put a couple. I have some garlic here.
Yeah.
A couple pieces of garlic if you like garlic.
Mm.
So guys, the reason why we add the maida crema is just it's just a traditional way of making it. You know, traditional way of making the Mexican avocado salsa, especially when you have a lot of spice in it. Yeah. You want that cream to balance it out.
All right, let's see if we get the consistency. It's still a little thick. Let me get some more water. So you want it to be more of a liquid, right?
A little.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Let's put it in. You put in the jalapeno?
I put more.
All right, that's good. Actually, sometimes I include one habanero as well.
Ooh. Here's some.
Guys, you just have to keep rotate the kebabs, and you definitely want a nice char on it, but you don't want to burn it. And that is why we have the butter, right, to reduce the heat for it to cook.
Oh, you added the butter?
Yeah, I added the butter already to reduce.
So you just
the
add it onto the pan?
Yeah, I just add it right on top of the kebabs, and kind of just melts right in.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Smells so good. So this is a good way for people to know how to cook at home without, and I mean, it's very involved. You're twisting and turning as you go along so it doesn't burn.
This is excellent as well, like if you have a little party or a little get together, some family over, or if you look for something different to feed your children on weekend, you know, because kebab just seems like a party. You know, it just seems like a good time. It seems like fun. It's excellent on the go.
Yeah, make you look like a master chef, right?
Yeah, it's always a win, especially if you reach at a party and there's kebabs.
Yeah.
And what you can do as well, you can pair this with, you can make some wraps with it. So
Yeah.
if you put it on a wrap, on a tortilla wrap, yeah, it's gonna be really good. All right, guys. Well,
A nice tortilla with the avocado sauce on top of the kebab.
That's
All right,
right.
let me get the bowl. Is it the bowl?
And if you really want to go off, if you have a wrap, you can use the San Marcos beans, the only refried beans, and that's it. So I think we're good, yeah. So these kebabs are ready. All right, so let's get them right right here. We're gonna let this rest a little while, right?
That's so
I know-
beautiful.
I know, Belizean, as soon as we finish the food come off of the table, we want hurry eat it. But the reason we have to let it rest a little while is so that the juices could evenly distribute, you know, inside the meat. So that
So
every
you don't
bite
want to
goes-
eat it hot, hot, hot.
No, definitely let it rest a little while. What we could put this? Oh, some of the things.
All right, so I got your avocado sauce ready.
All right, how it is?
I'm gonna test right now. But you can't tell me fix it because I don't pour it now.
This is right where the avocado, jalapeno.
Oh no, I feel so judged. So,
It's really good.
oh!
No,
I
it's
can
really good.
I had
try it.
butterflies
Test
for a
it.
moment there.
Try that for yourself. I am not kidding. That is really good.
Mmm. Oh yes.
Right? And this you could, this avocado special, you could use that on top of your tacos, on your torta, on your sandwich. Pretty much just elevate any food.
So
that you
let me recap this for people again. It had the avocado, it had garlic, it had salt, malheur, and water and media crema.
Yes,
Jalapenos.
The main ingredient inside this is the jalapenos, and of course, the one that Grace carried, the San Marcos brand, right? It just have a nice tang. It's just good.
Well, I just took home some avocados yesterday, and I guess I know what I'm gonna do with it.
Excellent. And you can use that for anything. You can put this up in the fridge and it's good for a few days. If you like more heat, you could also include an habanero. I suggest you put a green one, so that you know you kind of go with the color to not take away from this rich color. So guys, there we have it. We're gonna garnish this with some cherry tomatoes. Oops, dropping all over the place.
Just to throw away the tomato. So Chef Bear, tell us what you've been up to.
Well, I've been cooking, but I haven't put a lot of new material out, you know. I've just been focusing more on my primary work, which is more marketing and production.
Yeah.
Man, but just these past, it was like really the universe here, McCall, because I just literally said that I wanted to start cooking again. Not even a week or 2 weeks ago when I got the call from Grace and they said, hey, you want to come cook my show?
Yeah.
So
Well, I
don't
mean,
forget
you
to
mean
cook it,
cooking.
Marlene.
You mean cooking for TV, because your family gets to enjoy your cooking all the time.
Yeah, of course, I cook every day.
Or when you do your Orange Walk Talk for sale.
Man have to eat, no?
Right.
So we have it.
So it's a coconut curry kebab that we made right here. You saw it from start to finish. The only difference was that you would have marinated for 30 minutes at least, just so it can soak up all that
You
flavor.
could put it overnight. What about my coconut milk there? All right, so guys, remember, let's do a recap. The main ingredients inside this dish is Grace's coconut milk, Grace's spicy curry, tomato ketchup. For the acid, we have coconut oil, and we have these other two things that I know a lot of people don't use, but I can't stress more that you really need to try these. The fish sauce, excellent to put on any meat and the fish. It really gives you that umami flavor, you know. And then the browning is excellent for chicken, give a good color, and it has that slightly bitter taste that just kind of balance everything off. So after you marinate everything, remember the coconut milk. What when tenderize it, she left it overnight. 30 minutes, have it pre-prepped. You skewer it, remember the skewer, so if you skewer in a little bit of water, you put whatever veggies you want, and it's good to go. You just
There
throw on
you
the
go.
grill.
You get a tortilla right now, you put that in there, put your avocado sauce, you are set.
You're set. So now for right now, I guess you could just eat it and dip it. That's how I do. I just use avocado like a dipping sauce. And
So you just take it off and you dip it in.
So anybody want eat of it?
Of course. But one more time, Arturo, let's talk about the sales that are ongoing that people can take advantage of.
Okay, guys, I will repeat the promotions again that we have in our stores.
Yeah.
You purchase 2 Grace evaporated milk, you get 2 free. Purchase 2 Grace condensed milk, you get 2 free. Purchase 2 Grace coconut milk can, you get 1 free. Purchase 2 San Marcos beans, you get 1 free. Purchase 4 of our Grace chicken Vienna sausage regular or Vienna sausage hot and spicy, you get 1 free as well. Also, we are working on a special for next week Friday, which is we're bringing back our Mac Fridays. So we're going to have deals on our beers at our compound. It's going to be from 10 to 5 o'clock. You can drive past and you can pick up items by the case. We will have really, really good price. At this time, I cannot mention the prices because we are still working on the prices, but it's going to be some good deals you can look out for. So you can follow our Grace Beverage Center page and look out for the items for next week Friday, August the 20th.
And that's a great deal. It's always been a great deal. I know usually a lot of people pick up their weekend stock when you have that kind of sale. And we know we're encouraging everybody to stay home anyway, so best to pick up their beers from you guys and they can take it home and enjoy.
Exactly.
All right, so here we go. You're waiting to see the sample.
Yeah.
Get that curry flavor.
When it's done.
Absolutely delicious. Something quick and easy to try at home. Coconut curry kebab along with your avocado sauce.
Yeah.
Easily made right here in this kitchen. You saw it for yourself. Something new to try this weekend. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much, and just remember that this marinade, this recipe, you don't have to be on kebabs as well. You could any kind of grilled meat.
Okay. There you have it, Chef Baird, Arturo. Thank you guys. Now you're gonna do your dance to take us out.
We're not gonna do music.
All right, with that, we're gonna take a break, and we'll be back in a few.
Flavor with a Beat was brought to you by Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, bringing good taste to life.
Working off-site doesn't mean you have to be off your game. Studies have shown that simply adding a keyboard and mouse to your laptop increases productivity by 26%. Add a monitor and you'll be 35% more productive. At Fulltech Systems, we have what you need to enhance your remote work or e-learning experience. With devices such as headsets, video conferencing monitors, webcams, keyboards, mice, docking stations, all with the brands you trust. Keep connected with collaboration tools like Microsoft 365 Suite and Kaspersky and perform efficiently no matter where you are. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.
Smart continues to expand its internet coverage countrywide to help you live a smarter life.
Our villagers are very happy. They are pleased to know that Smart went the extra mile to put a tower in our village so that our villagers can get live stream on their TVs and they can get their kids doing their online classes. I want to say to Smart, thank you for making it possible for us to get internet in Gardenia Village. We really do appreciate it.
Smart continues to take the internet and mobile services to communities across Belize. Now save even more when you bundle your Smart broadband with Smart mobile services. Smart, bringing people together.
Welcome back to episode 5 of Out and About with AJ and Noel. Today we're at the hub and we are going to be participating in the summer camp doing sports. So AJ, what sport are you going to be doing? I am going to be doing basketball. How about you? I'm going to be doing volleyball, my favorite kind of sport. Alright, I'm excited. Let's go!
Today I'll be teaching you guys basic fundamentals of how to play basketball, how to dribble the ball, how to shoot the ball, right? How to get yourself ready to play the game. First of all, my name is Coach Brown, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to get into a triple threat, which is the universal stance for playing any sports, right? So what I want you to do is take your feet and step out as far as your shoulder width. Open your legs, right? And what I want you to do is sit like if you're sitting on a chair, right? Open your legs a little more. Yep, that's right. Now, when you're dribbling the ball, you want to use your elbows. You want to push the ball down, right? Just like this, right? Hold the ball, push it down. Keep your body down, right? And control it. Everybody ready? Let's go 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it. Next hand, left hand, same thing. 10 times. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to practice to shoot the ball, right? Shooting the ball is a skill that everybody needs to have, right? If you want to score. So what we're going to do is we're going to take One dribble up to the cone and take a shot. So we're here, we're gonna go 1, 1, 2, and shoot, right? You don't wanna put your hands forward, you want it to go up. And you wanna bend your wrist at the top of the shot. So you spread your fingers on the ball, you bend your knees, and you shoot it up and over the rim, right? So you go first. Take one dribble, step, and shoot. Up. Nice try, right? You want to bend your knees and push it up. Try it again. One minute, guys. Good morning. I want to introduce you guys Noelle. She'll be practicing with us today. Right, Noelle, I'm Coach Brown, and we'll be learning how to play volleyball. First thing you want to do is you want to serve the ball, right? Serve the ball, you hold it like this, and you can hit it, bend your knees, and you hit it coming up, right? When you come, you hit it coming up, right? Try it, make a fist, and you want to hit the ball over. Bend, yes, and hit. Nice. Nice. Let's try it again. One more time. One more time. One more time. Now, look at my feet. My feet is pointing this way, the way I want the ball to go, right? So I'm going to send it the direction I want it to go to whosoever I want it to go. Try it. Step, balance, bend your knees. Nice. And hit. Nice job. Give me a high five. Nice job. Nice job. Thumbs pointing forward, and you want to hit the ball right here, right? And hit it up. Now, what you want to do is you want to get in the same universal stance where you open your legs and you bend, and you have your hand ready like this, and you come up, right? Turn this way, how you're going to hit it, right? Bend your knees like you're sitting on a chair. Open your legs a little, right? Yeah, like you're sitting on a chair, and I'll throw it to you and you hit it back to me. That's right, hit it up, bring it up, right? Nice. 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 Ready? Again. Again. Great, great, great job. Great job. That's how you do it. Nice. Nice.
Now we're joined by Miss Carrillo. So, tell us more about the center.
Okay, so the Hub is a resource and community center. So we are doing programs, particularly right now we're doing for the young persons or the kids, so that they can be engaged in activities during the summer. We had a 3-week summer program that completed in the end of July, and now we are doing a back to school prep program, meaning that we are doing remedial classes to prepare them for the beginning of school. So we're doing math and English, and also we are putting some sporting activities as a part of the program as well. Noelle, did you have fun?
I had a lot of fun.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was like I was just playing volleyball, and when they throw the ball to me, I can see that it was like high, so I just stooped down, but I just fell on the floor when I bumped it, but the good thing is it went over.
Yeah, I saw that was very great. And you, AJ?
I had a lot of fun too. I got my first shot, and I'm happy that I'm not the only one who missed all their shots, so I'm not that bad.
No, you did great.
Thank
I'm
you.
happy that you all came to visit us and feel welcome to return to the Hub. We will be more than appreciative to and to welcome you to our center.
Thank you, Miss Carrillo, and join us next week for Out and About with AJ and Noelle. Bye!
And we're back. We are back, and we are about to jump on into our second segment. But before we do that, I've got to say I continue to be jealous of AG and Noelle and AG, as they're always out and about. Just a while ago, showing you exactly the steps for your volleyball, your basketball moves. It starts right there. So it's so nice to see them, and we're so thankful. Nonetheless, we're moving into touring, and how great it is for you to actually see new things within your country. And for today, we'll touch the west side of our country. In to tell us all about a tour of Belize and how to, what to, when to, and where to is Andy Bahadur. He's the owner of Congo Belize, no?
Belize.
Congo Belize.
Congo Belize.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning. It's nice to have you in. It's nice to have you in,
Good
sir.
morning. Yes, thank you all for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
In person.
In person.
In person.
Yeah.
I've been on,
normally it's in your vehicle or in your house or
Yeah.
somewhere in the outdoors, but today we've got you in the studio. We're thankful. Andy, again, welcome. It's so nice to see you. My buddy, touring in our country. How big is touring in our country? Let's start there. How big is touring in our country? And do we have good stuff?
Definitely. I mean, you'll be surprised at how many Belizeans actually get up and around. They move about. But from the area that I'm from the west, there is a lot to do out there. There's so many different attractions, destinations, places to go. And a lot of people simply are not aware of all of these places.
Yeah.
So getting out, seeing the different things to do, participating, taking your family, your husband, your wife, your kids, making it a day. That's something that's very, very popular in the Cayo area.
Yeah, and that's why we brought you here.
Yep.
Because while AJ and Noelle are out and about, some families really want to get out and about too.
Yeah.
And for some people, they can't afford to go for an overnight trip, but many are looking for daytime activities. And I understand that you have some great suggestions. Today, we're focusing on the west, not the south. Today, we're focusing on the west as the places people can go.
Yes, definitely. So the west, if you can spend the night, that's preferred because you have more time.
Yeah.
But there are great options for doing a day trip. And there's some of them. There might be some images there, but we have the Mountain Pine Ridge area, which is a very popular spot.
Yeah.
They have the pools, they have the waterfalls, the ones that they show in the magazine from Destination Belize. So we get people from all over the world that come to these waterfalls, that go to the pools, that go to the cave. And many Belizeans, it's very, very close to get there, but they're not even aware that it's there. And so, if you can do a day trip up to San Ignacio, visit the pools, there is an area there where you can have like a picnic lunch, you can barbecue, they have grills out there already, and then
Where is this, in the Mountain Pine Ridge?
That's in the Mountain Pine Ridge in the Rio on Pools.
Okay.
So they have changing rooms, restrooms. There was part of the STP project where they opened up an area there for people to picnic and change, and restrooms.
Oh, nice.
So it's a nice area, and the good thing about the Mountain Pine Ridge, there's so many different destinations within that protected area.
Yes.
Alright.
So you have the Big Rock Falls, the Rio on Pools, the Pinol Sands, which is really good for kids.
Pinol
It's
Sands.
Pinol Sand, it's like a beach area, but it's only about like 3 feet deep. So kids really love it, and it's really sandy. So there's not a lot of stones, there's no mud. It's really like a beach in the area up there in the granite pools. So that's the Pinol Sands area.
But
How long does it take to get there?
Exactly where I wanted to go.
The good thing,
Because we've done the plan, right?
Yes.
one of the things I found out recently is that many of these places in the Mountain Pine Ridge are actually on Google Maps. So you could type in Rio Frio Cave, Big Rock, 1,000-Foot Falls, and it'll give you the directions to get there. And most of them from Belize City will run you about 2 hours, 2.5 the most.
Okay.
If you're in San Ignacio, you're a little bit over an hour for most of them.
Yeah.
But the thing is that if you're here and you're not sure, because there are other roads there, you could type in the destination in Google Maps, and once you start it, even if you lose signal, it continues to track where you're going. So it's not that difficult to get to. It's something that you can do on your own. They do have options where you could contact companies, of course, tour operators like myself and different places that can organize trips for you. They have other day tours. We have the Maya sites. We have Xanantunich, which is in Socots. You cross the ferry, you go up. They do have guides from the Socots area available for that if you like it. It's a much more fulfilling experience if you have a guide who can interpret what you're seeing there, explain what it is. So when you visit the Maya sites like Xanantunich, And there's also Cajalpech, which of course there's the resort, the hotel, and they have a nice swimming pool, a very beautiful area to stay.
Yes.
Which you can pay to swim in too. If you,
you can pay and you can eat there and you can swim there. But right next to it is a Maya site in San Ignacio.
Yeah.
And some people go there and they're like right within walking distance, and they never visit the area. So we have some Maya sites, and then the largest one would be Caracol, which is further down the Mountain Pine Ridge Road. So a very popular tour that we do is a combination of the Caracol and the Mountain Pine Ridge tour.
Sweet.
So we combine the cave, we do the Maya site of Caracol, which has kind of the biggest structure in the country from the Maya. And on the way back, we stop at the pools in the Mountain Pine Ridge to swim and refresh and cool off. So that's something that's very attractive for people because you get to squeeze a lot of things in one day.
So, question. I raised my hand, Teach. So check this out. All right, so we want to make that trip. We want to make that trip, and we want to, we want to go there. We know that the area is safe and stuff. What about the road conditions? Am I able to go there in a small car? Am I able to? Do I need a pickup truck? Do I need a 4-wheel drive? What do I need?
Right now, the road is really good getting up there. I mean, most of it has been paved in the Mountain Pine Ridge. Once you leave Georgeville, which is the cutoff.
Yeah.
So if you're familiar with the George Price Highway, there is the Mountain Pine Ridge Road when you cut off from Georgeville. That road is pretty much almost completely paved.
Yeah.
So it's wide, it's like a highway going through. A small car can get in, a pickup. Most of the sites that I've mentioned, you can get in a normal vehicle. You don't need 4-wheel drive unless
Off-road?
it's like
Is it
off-road.
off-road or?
So if you go to like the Big Rock, it's about 10-15 minutes drive off the main road. Rio On is pretty much right next to the road. Rio Frio, that'll take you like another 15 minutes off. But the road is not that bad. You don't need a 4-wheel drive unless it's really raining.
Okay.
If it's raining and pouring, then you want to check because they're working on some parts of it and it does get muddy. But it's easily accessible. And now that the highway is, not the highway, but the paved road is in, it does make it a lot more easier and faster to get up to that area.
Okay. So we see some cave tubing sites there, and we also saw zip lining sites.
Yep.
These are all accessible as day trips.
Yes.
So this one is what?
This is Nohotchen, Jaguarpa, the cave tubing. So one of the things that we do is we would bring people, we go in, they have the cave tubing, lunch, and a zip line. And the zip line takes you across the river. And so it combines, a lot of the trips, people like to get to combine different things. That one is a little closer to Belize City.
This is the easiest one to do from Belize City.
So from Belize City, that is at Frank's Eddy, you know, when you're going in Jaguarpa, around St. Matthews area. So that's very easily done from Belize City, and you can drive there if you have a vehicle as well. The road is paved all the way to the site, and they normally have tour operators and tour guides on site.
Right there.
So you just drive in. You would have to pay an entrance fee. So I know that site, if you're Belizean or not, you still have to pay an entrance fee. So the cave sites like Barton Creek Cave and Nohotchen, you do have to pay. I think it's 10 Belize or something like that. And then when you get in, then they have guides that can do the cave tubing for you. They have the zip line that you can book there when you're there. And then they also normally have a place where you can eat lunch. If not, you can drive back out, and then in the village, they have a place where you can have lunch.
Sweet.
So that's one of the shortest ones from if you're coming from the city.
From the city.
What about some of the other places? Because we were joking that not everyone knows the wide variety of activities that are accessible in this central area. And I know another popular one is the pontoon tour too.
Yes, they have the jungle, the waterfall pontoon tour. That is becoming a very popular trip, and a lot of families, what we found is families want to go and participate or do something where they're together. So they don't necessarily want to be on a long guided tour. They want to go to the pools, barbecue, go on the pontoon. The pontoon trip is a fun trip. You take your family, you take your group. I mean, now we have the SI that we need to stay within the numbers, so we operate within that as well. But no, if you have a family, you could go out there. They have Jungle, Eco Splash, and Hideaway Camp that does it. Those are the ones we normally use. But you're on this pontoon going in this lake from the dam, and you're having your own little party on it with your family. You're barbecuing, you're drinking. So everybody there, you get to have fun. They have inner tubes. You could tie them on the back of the pontoon and they drag you, and you get to enjoy that as well.
There it is.
So they have that, and then that's the one from the dam.
Yeah.
So it was a trip that we did before COVID. Was one from the staff, but they also have a few stops on that tour where you can get off the pontoon and hike up to some waterfalls that are within like 10 minutes walking, 10, 15 minutes walking.
Really?
And you get to swim. So you might see some of the waterfalls.
And that's
on the
something you can
pontoon.
do on a day trip too.
That's something you can do on a day trip.
Yeah.
You would have to leave a little early and come
And you
back.
pack up everything and go, because once you're on the pontoon, it's, you know, you're going to be all inclusive. You make your own all inclusive.
They have a few options where if you want to take your own items, like your chicken already seasoned and marinated, and you want to do that as your family, you can do that. But they also provide it at an extra cost. So you can reach there and they can do that
can
for you.
provide that for you.
They provide the food, the drinks and everything. You just reach.
I like
So,
that option.
that's something that you can do.
Is that the beach?
That's a pontoon, the tubes at the back. So we would stop at that area where the beach is and then hike up and around. So there's quite a bit to do.
Beautiful.
In the Cayo district.
In the Cayo district.
Just when
the
we thought
pontoon
there
trip.
wasn't a beach there.
Yeah, they have several spots.
Yeah.
And then when we're talking about the caves, there's also the Barton Creek Cave
Okay.
in the Cayo area. And the road is really good getting in because it's on the Mountain Pine Ridge Road.
Yeah.
But you
Okay.
don't get into the Pine Forest Reserve.
Okay.
So a lot of people will do the Barton Creek Cave canoeing. You go inside a cave in a canoe, and it's completely dark inside, and you have a spotlight, and they have formations, and they have some artifacts from
And
the
some
Maya.
bats.
What's that?
And some bats?
They do have at the entrance. They have some bats at the entrance, but once you get in, then it's fine.
Yeah.
And so you go in the cave, you do that. That's like a half-day trip.
Yeah.
And then you can have like a picnic lunch out there in the forest. And then some people would combine that with another zip line, but this is up in the Calico Jacks area.
Okay.
So they have a different setup. I like that one. It's a little different. You get to go higher and longer. So
Yeah.
Okay,
Calico
for the
Jacks-
zip line.
For the zip line.
Okay.
So I know they do that as well. So you could combine 2 or 3 half-day things. Very easily done. And those are, you can reach there as well.
Andy, I want to know because you mentioned bats. Bats. What is it
You're in a
like?
cave.
What is it like, especially in that cave that you just mentioned? What is it like canoeing through there? Like, what is that experience like?
That experience for me is one of the more relaxing, de-stressing, just free up your mind experiences. You go in there and you don't hear all the noise and distraction. You can just like reconnect with yourself. You're
Nature.
in there, you're learning about how the Mayas use this cave, you're seeing some of the formations in there. But there's very little that you have to worry about. Your mind is just at ease. You just kind of relax and float. And a guide has to take you on that one.
Okay.
You're not allowed to go in the cave by yourself. So the
Wouldn't
guide
want
will
you to
do
get
all the
lost
work.
in there, yeah.
The guide will be paddling the canoe.
Even better.
And then you can sit, if there's 2 of you, I mean, if you have a larger group, then somebody who knows how to paddle might have to assist.
Yeah.
But it's one of those experiences where you get to relax, unwind, de-stress after a long week and just relax. Then afterwards, you can have some fun. You could swim outside of the cave entrance. There's a nice pool area. The water is that turquoise blue color that you get up in the Mountain Pine Ridge. That one there is from the Nahoch cave tubing as well.
Yeah.
But it's similar. You could swim in many of these places, and the water is not cold, but it's cool, refreshing. It revives you.
Yeah.
And
that's what I was thinking. I mean, the days are so hot to go to the caves. Just getting in that water is a treat itself.
Definitely. I mean, you go in there, you relax, and you just enjoy yourself
Yeah.
for the evening.
You know, Andy, you mentioned to me, you mentioned earlier that you now have families in Belize who reach out to you for you to take them on the tour. So if they're concerned about whether their vehicle can make it or, you know, they just prefer to have somebody else take the wheel, we have tour guides that do that.
Yes, we have in San Ignacio, there are some larger, more established like Maya Walk, Youth, Packs, that does organize trips. And then there's a lot of smaller local operators like myself, and we would work with the people, you know, what do you want to do, work with your time, work with your budget, what's included. Sometimes people like, it's a little too expensive, we could bring our own lunch. Definitely, that drops the price.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or we want to do X, Y, and Z. We work with the individuals. So it does, we see a lot of times where Belizeans are traveling and a lot of them contact me and they just have questions. So I offer as much as advice as I can give. You don't have to necessarily book with me. I will tell you, you could do this or this. Because somebody called me the other day and they wanted to do a tour, and I said, you know, for me to do that, it's going to cost too much because of the transportation and the fuel. You could do this instead from where you are. So we do try to help out. You know, my passion is guiding. I have a lot of different hats that I wear, but I really enjoy being out in Belize. This is my country. And I take tourists all over the country, and they come from all over the world, and I really want to share that with Belizeans.
And that's my question. What's it like when you take Belizeans on a tour to a place for a first time?
It's one of those experiences that you see it in their eyes, that little twinkling, that amazement. You're like, I am here. Finally, I get to see this. It's a rewarding experience. You're making an impact. We also try to include some type of awareness, environmental responsibility. So as guides going on these trips, you know, one of the things that we encourage Belizeans, go out there, and most of the families, they want to have fun. They want to enjoy themselves, they want to relax. And so when they visit places like the Mountain Pine Ridge, we always tell them, whatever you take out there, please leave it exactly as you find it. Because when Belizeans are traveling, one of the sad reality is they leave a lot of waste behind, a lot of trash, a lot of garbage. And these places don't have garbage trucks or anybody to pick them up. So a lot of the responsibility falls on the tour guides then, who visit these areas to then clean it up. So we encourage Belizeans to travel, but we also ask them to travel responsibly and to maintain the area that they visit as clean as possible when they leave.
And what about in the San Ignacio area? I mean, you've got the Macal River there, and you know the banks are beautiful. You could actually go on out there, set up. Tell us about San Ignacio itself.
If you are visiting San Ignacio, there's quite a bit to do. Like if you go there on a Saturday, if you go there on a Saturday morning, stopping at the market, that is an experience.
I love that place.
You go there, you can have a very unique breakfast. There's so many different things. They're selling everything at the market.
I was going to ask you what's the best breakfast place, but you might get in trouble.
I try different ones. I try different ones when I go there, but that's an experience. The Macal River is there, and what a lot of people are not even aware, a mile north of that is Branch Mouth, where the Mopan and the Macal rivers converge. And there's a suspension bridge, a little hammock bridge that goes across over to Santa Familia. And so you can walk across, you can swim there, you can have a little picnic out there. So that's at Branch Mouth. Very close to San Ignacio, about a mile away. You also have the San Ignacio Hotel, which has the iguana project. So they do the iguana conservation project up there. So if you're in San Ignacio, you could book that. They give you a tour around. It's a different experience. They have different women's groups from Socots, from San Antonio, that do little traditional tours, Maya cooking tours. They also do a chocolate, and now there's a coffee tour where you could do in San Antonio. It's a new one. One of the tour guides' families is doing. So you can go there. They can show you the whole coffee making process, and you get to be a part of that as well. All from San Ignacio.
You know, if somebody is watching right now, maybe they've only done the traditional things in Cayo. They went to San Antonio. Maybe they went to Calpech. What would you say is one activity that they should fit in and experience as Belizeans?
There's a lot to think of. I think it all boils down to what you're interested in and what you like. Because some people is like, I don't want to go down Maya site. They prefer to be outside in the river, somewhere like that. But there's also caves. I mean, we do have the ATM cave in Piqueto, the Aktun Tunichil Muknal cave. That is something that I would encourage.
And that's one of our top attractions in this country.
I would encourage every Belizean at least once in their lifetime to visit that cave. It's something that is worldwide known, very popular. So the ATM cave is something that you can do. That would require booking it with a tour operator. That's something that you'd have to go through a company. Those require entrance fees being paid and guided tours to go in. You're not allowed to go in on your own. I don't have pictures because you're not allowed to take pictures inside.
You're not allowed to take pictures in so you have to experience
You have to experience it.
I think that's great because then you really have to go to see rather than watching pictures and...
just... you know, I think that takes away from from the experience indeed. Are they open on a daily basis, Monday to Monday, Sunday to Sunday?
All of these sites are open all day. Some of them will have entrance fees. The ones with the caves will have entrance fees. For Belizeans on Sundays like Shenantonich, Caracol, Calpech, you don't pay as Belizeans. So they try to encourage Belizeans to travel, but you will need an ID. So you need to go with your Belizean ID.
And what about people who prefer to do things on the wild side, and I'm saying wild side meaning nighttime. Would there be nighttime tours in those areas?
They do have, but most of the nighttime tours I'm familiar with will be done for those staying at a hotel or resort. So if you're staying at like San Ignacio Hotel, Cha Creek, Sweet Songs, they do have night tours that you could do. I know Black Rock, Isaias is a good guide out there. They go out at night, you see the frogs, the owls, different critters that come out at night. It's a different experience, but that is available. You would have to book that on site though, because I'm not sure how it's working right now with SI and everything, but I think if you're on property, then it's different. You're on private property there.
So definitely people should see the ATM caves. And John was just telling you about his first experience at the 1,000-foot falls.
1,000-foot
That's
falls.
also something I think everyone should experience.
Yes, the 1,000-foot falls is actually 1,600 feet. So it's one of the highest free falling.
So we have to stop at 1,000 after 1,600?
It's one of the highest falling waterfalls in Central America. There's not, comparison to other waterfalls, it doesn't have the same volume of water, but it is definitely high. So if you're in the Mountain Pine Ridge area, that is something you could do. I know I have a friend at Gaia, Nigel. They have specials for Belizeans to stay at Gaia. So if you stay in the Mountain Pine Ridge and overnight, it gives you more time to visit places while you're up there. So you could go and you don't have to drive the hour and a half. You're already there. So you could visit a lot more of these places if you spend if you spend the night.
For me, at the 1,000-foot falls, it's like you're on top of the world. To your right, there is the lush Maya Mountains, and clouds just washing over it. And to your left, there's the 1,600 feet fall,
the 1,600 falls.
And the sound is beautiful. And one of the things that my recent visit there's a very important species of bird. I think it's the falcon. It's the orange-bellied falcon.
Orange-breasted.
That is very rare. Only in Belize and Guatemala you'll find this bird. And it's right there nested not too far away from the falls. It's just an amazing thing to do.
The orange-breasted falcon, sometimes you get to see it in that area, but not all the time. So we don't promise as guides. We never promise that you're going to see. But I know that bird that you mentioned has been spotted at Black Rock, which is another lodge that you can stay out in the Cayo area. Isaias, the guide, has shown some remarkable images of that bird. And it's a very rare bird. You find it more in the southern, I think in South America, rather than this region. Like if you pull up a bird app and you put that in for Belize, it might not even list it. So it's that rare to find here, and that would be in the 1,000-foot falls.
So we said 1,000-foot ATM.
Pine Ridge is definitely something. Mountain Pine Ridge.
You can camp in Pine Ridge too, right?
They do have. They have places that you can camp. I think you would have to contact. They have like San Miguel. They do the camping grounds. I know that's becoming popular. So you could sleep up there, and then even like the forest. So you can do the
overnight at a more affordable rate if you do camping instead.
I have some friends that have stayed. I haven't stayed there personally, but I have some friends who've stayed the San Miguel camping, and images look amazing at night. Pine Ridge at night, when the stars come out and there's no clouds and there's no other light, you get to see everything in the sky. You can see the stars, you get to see the little cloud in the middle there. And it's one of those where it's just picturing it out. When the moon is out, it's like you're watching something from another world. It's a different experience.
All right.
All accessible.
Andy,
all accessible, all easily accessible. The road is a very small vehicle can get there.
All right. And so that is our list of suggestions. It's a very extensive list for the West. Quite a few that you have mentioned, from a beach on the river that's friendly for children to the different waterfalls, caves, different Mayan sites, just so much that we can take advantage of.
Yes, there is a lot. I don't know if people want to. Here's the orange-breasted
falcon.
Orange-breasted falcon. But if people want to ask questions or find out more, you can contact us as well. I mean, even if you don't necessarily book anything with us, just being able to provide that information. People have questions, and sometimes they don't know who to ask or where to go. So you could reach out to us or anybody. I think would be very helpful. I mean, the people that I work with, they're always willing to help Belizeans. So that's something that we can do.
All right. Well, thank you for coming
My
in
gosh.
and giving us a to-do list as we move forward. I know people with big families often struggle with figuring out activities for everyone to do, so we've gotten quite a few. And I believe next we're going south?
South or central? I'm not sure.
South? Okay,
It's up to
he'll
you,
figure
man.
out one. Well, you know me and John love the south, so
Yeah,
we'll have...
we love it there.
So thank you so much, Andy, for coming
Thank
in.
you.
We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
All right, thank
Much
you for having
appreciated,
me.
Andy.
And we
All
encourage
right.
all Belizeans to get out and see this beautiful
Yeah.
country.
Well, you need to get us in the mix up in the west and, of course, throughout the country. Did I just say mix? Because coming up shortly in the next segment, we'll be mixing up a storm with one of the hottest places in the city, D-Spot. They'll be in to tell us all about that when we come back. Stay with us.
Introducing Edam A cheese, the A+ Dutch cheese to hit the Belizean market. As the name says, it is of A-class quality, the best Dutch cheese in Belize. Edam A cheese is creamier, less salty, and simply more delicious. Don't be left out. Get your A cheese at a supermarket near you. A cheese, exclusively distributed by Unitex Company Limited. Call us at 610-3626 or 610-8910. Follow us on Facebook at Unitex Belize.
The TV you love is always with you. From live TV, sports, and on-demand titles. Choose your plan today. Plans start as low as $15 per month. My TV. Entertainment anytime, anywhere.
Imagine going through your entire day without the burden and risk of carrying cash on you. Belize's shift to digital wallets has begun with eCash. We can now skip the cash when collecting money or paying for our essentials, all while using a fast, easy, and secure platform. Simply add funds to your wallet via bank transfer or at an agent, and you're good to go. You will be able to make quick, easy payments simply by scanning QR codes. And best of all, it all happens just like that. Payments are as easy as clicking a link online or scanning a QR code. Download the eCash app from the Google Play and Apple App Store today and take your first step into a cashless lifestyle. The future is here with eCash. For more information, visit www.e-cash.com or contact us via WhatsApp at 613-0257 to find out more.
I'm Dr. Wright, and I got vaccinated to protect myself, my family, my patients, and my community.
Good morning,
Nurse here. I got my vaccine because I want to protect my family, especially my patients, and everybody around me, everybody I come in contact with.
Mi nombre es Nurse Chinchilla. Me vacuné porque quiero proteger mis familias y mis pacientes.
I'm Dr. Nunes, internist at Sorrentino Hospital, and I got vaccinated to protect myself, my staff, and my patients.
Soy el doctor Eduardo García. He trabajado 22 años en Belice y yo me puse la vacuna del COVID por la sencilla razón de protegerme a mí mismo, proteger a mi familia y proteger al país de Belice, porque es importante pensar en Belice.
Been drinking all night. Feeling so high. Better not drive. Won't even try.
Been drinking all night. Feeling so high. Better not drive. Ain't gonna try. Been drinking all night. Feeling so high. Better not drive. Ain't gonna try. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. People die every day, I'm not going with ya. I'ma find my own way, I'm not going with ya. It's okay, I'll wait. Even good people make mistakes. I don't wanna realize when it's too late. Drinking and driving is never safe. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gonna try. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gonna try.
So class, let's review your homework. What are some of the things that we can do to make sure everyone has a clean and reliable supply of water?
Sir, we should turn off the faucet when using soap to bathe, to wash our hands, and maybe even our cars. This will cut our water bills and save us a lot of water.
My dad says we should keep the area around the water pipes close to our houses clean.
Yes, sir. We should encourage our parents to pay their water bills so the entire village will always have clean water.
Right, class. We should not forget to attend water board meetings and add our 2 cents. Make sure everyone has reliable, clean water.
My mom says that we young people can volunteer to paint the public water pipe.
So, how do we make sure we will always have reliable, clean water?
Join the Clean Water Revolution.
Get involved today and do your part to keep your water supply clean and reliable.
The Department of Rural Development is working on achieving Goal 6 of the Sustainable Development Goals, which is to ensure access to water and sanitation for all.
Welcome
And
back.
we're back.
Just like that, we're back. And we're moving now into our final segment. Now, what a way to close off a Friday than with this guy right here, Andy Magana. He's
Juan
the owner.
Magana.
Juan. I don't know where I get Andy from.
We just said goodbye to Andy.
That Juan.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I think he started having your drinks before.
I messed up
Yeah.
the name one time. Juan Magana is in with us. He's the owner of the spot. It's so nice to see. We've heard all about the place, and everybody since morning has been boasting about your ceviche. But you're not doing that this morning.
No.
You'll be mixing up a store.
Today we'll be doing a couple drinks that you could do at home, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy, especially with the curfew and all these stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have time to go at your favorite spot or, well, you know, the spot and get your favorite drink. So, you know.
So you're going to show us how to do it at home?
How to do it at home.
Bringing it into your homes. All right, so we know that the spot is hot. Tell us where the spot is, and then we move on from there.
We're located at the corner of Hopkins and First Street in the Kings Park area in Belize City.
That's where all the vehicles normally park. And
Yeah, where you say all the different vehicles park. That's where we're at.
That's the
And
spot.
people stop in and have a ceviche, salpicon, a drink.
Yeah, our
and
main sellers are our ceviches and our salpicon. I like to boast a lot about our salpicon because it has a very unique taste. It has it's not just like grilled milk,
Meat. Grilled meat and whatnot.
Yeah, it's not just the grilled meat on the stove. We actually, you know, have that very smoky, nice smoky
Really?
flavor on it, you know.
You're not gonna give away the secret though.
But
No.
he comes from the north, right? So
Yeah.
you know how to make a good salpicon.
All right, so we know that you know how to do a great salpicon, great ceviche, but what about the drinks?
Well,
Oh, the drinks, you know, like I said, we have a lot of classic drinks. You know, we could do your basic stuff like margaritas, pina coladas, Panterippers, and so on. But we also have a couple of our own classical, you know, spot drinks, right?
Alright.
One of the stuff that a lot of people like to go and have at us, our signature micheladas, you know, which is one of the drinks I'll be showing you how to do it.
I love
at
a good
the spot.
michelada, so I'll be putting you to the test.
We'll
No
also
pressure.
be doing another drink that we call Leapfrog, which is similar to a Panteripper. You know, it's stuff that you could find at home at your shelf, coconut rum, pineapple juice, and so on. Very sexy looking and very tasty drink.
So
for
how,
the females.
how you got the name Leapfrog though?
Well, I guess the color and probably end up hopping around later after.
Let's get to hopping
give
then.
you that one.
Let's get to hopping. First things first, what are we doing first?
Okay, first for the Leapfrog, we're gonna be doing it frozen, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So
Leapfrog frozen. Yes.
Yeah, like I said, you don't need much stuff, you know. We have some pineapple squash. These are stuff well, you know, you have at a bar, but if you don't have these things at home, your regular blender, if you notice, most blenders have these little covers like this.
Yeah.
So stuff that people don't normally know, but this little cover here is actually a measuring cup.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
it
you're
has
kidding. That's just to cover the thing, man.
Yeah, it has a 1 ounce and 2 ounce full, right?
Oh.
So you could do your drinks at home.
So I
you know?
don't need the
Yeah,
little
you don't
fancy
need the
bar
fancy
tools.
things, you know. Like I
Okay.
said, you can do these stuff at home, right?
All right.
So for this, we'd use 1.5 ounce of pineapple squash.
Well.
Then we also use coconut rum.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Coconut rum. How much coconut rum?
Well, I normally do like 1.5 ounces for a drink. But you know, if you want it a little, it's for you at home. You could put a little extra, right?
Yeah.
According to your own taste.
Yeah, you know. Sorry, and then this
some more.
one.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have 2 ounces of the
Pineapple
squash.
Pineapple squash, coconut rum.
Mix it up
And
a
you're
little
mixing
bit.
it up?
Yeah.
Now we
just,
add the ice.
Yeah, then we add the ice. no?
Yeah. You put on.
The ice, you would normally put like, make sure a blender is about quarter full to start off, you know.
All right.
Quarter halfway full. That should be enough.
I know, right?
Smell it. So we're getting that nice and slushy, I imagine. Alright.
Well. All right.
Okay.
And then.
So we have a little bit of blue curacao syrup.
Okay.
This is where, you know, it gets all green and so on,
I was
right?
gonna say, this is how we're gonna make the frog.
Yeah. We add a little bit, like probably 1 ounce of dash there.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. This guy, man. Seriously.
So if you never learned your primary colors, you learned it just now. Blue and yellow mix.
And people say, John like talk fool. They don't be mad. All right, man. Check this out. Cool. Look like one of the Amazon frog neighbors. That don't look like one normal frog at all.
All right.
So, you know, top it off with a little cherry.
A bit of cherry. All right, there you
Then
go.
we could add a little dash more of a blue thing, you know.
All right.
There you have your.
Let's try it up.
Leapfrog.
This is actually the frozen version, right?
Okay.
Because we can also do this like a cocktail, whereby you just have the pineapple juice with the same measurement of rum. Then you know,
Shake
it
it.
up.
Yeah.
And pour it in one of these glasses. So you know, there's 2 ways of doing this.
Yeah.
But this
Yeah.
one is so pretty.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at that. All right. I was going to jump right at you right
Hey.
now.
All right, what's next?
So next we'll be doing the michelada.
Michelada.
Yeah.
All right. And these things are very easy, like you mentioned, and you're actually getting it from the professionals here at the spot.
So
Yep.
michelada, a lot of people do their micheladas differently, but you know, like I said, ours is very unique.
What you need? You just tell us what you need. Knife, lime.
We use about an ounce and a half of lime juice.
Okay. That's a squeezer. Ready?
Yeah.
Do the squeeze on, bro. Man.
And once you have some good limes, with probably one lime, it would be enough, no?
Okay.
Yeah.
I said, Marlene, squeeze lime this morning with your hand.
Yeah, I've been waiting for it. I was glad that it had juice.
Then
That's
have
next.
Salt, like a little teaspoon of salt.
Okay. Just about a teaspoon too.
Yeah, and
What
a
else?
half teaspoon of seasoned salt.
Seasoned
salt.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is actually like one of the things that makes our michelada different from
Real?
most people. Yeah, because some people just use salt, you know.
Yeah.
So just give it an extra little
kick.
Yeah. And then we have here some
What?
Worcestershire sauce.
Some what?
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcester sauce.
Yes.
Yes, you add a couple drops of this.
We the seasoned
You
chicken.
don't make micheladas?
No, I don't make micheladas.
About 5 drops of
My
that.
wife loves micheladas though.
Well, now you can make for a great
Yes.
one.
And then the final touch that, you know, like I said, makes our michelada unique.
What is that?
This is our D-Spot homemade pepper sauce.
What? Oh
You can
my
use,
gosh.
you know, pepper sauce that you have at home, but like I
Yeah.
said, this is what makes our michelada unique, right?
I was waiting for a secret ingredient, and there it is.
Some more salt.
A little more salt.
What is sugar that did it? What do we
Sugar,
have? over
that's
here?
for another drink. That's
Okay.
will be our
Cool.
final drink.
I'm trying to sell out the secret.
Hey
so-
man.
All right.
So, you know, you rim your glass.
All right, with some lime.
Yeah. And then over here we have a little bit of salt and tahini, you know.
Okay.
They have a little nice rim.
Yeah.
Then we gotta get some ice
Yeah, a
in
little bit of
there.
ice, not much, right?
Not much ice. Okay.
A couple cubes, just to
Alright.
keep the drink
There we
cold.
go.
Yes, please. Because sometimes you can't even get a quarter beer in there.
So we have a Belikin and a Lighthouse. I don't know which you prefer.
All right, so that's mine. So I'll go with Lighthouse.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. On spot, this man walk and I open a speed
And
opener
not
too.
just like the small ones. You have the
big one.
full-fledged opener. Yeah.
Oh wow.
There you have your D-Spot michelada, right?
Perfect pour too. You know that when some drip out something, woo, good they happen.
Oh, that looks so good.
And then that's drink number 2. What do we have next?
So our next drink will be more like, I would say, a guy drink. I like this drink a lot.
Okay.
It's called caipirinha.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Caipirinha?
Caipirinha.
So why I like this drink, because you could just, you know, like I said, basically anything that you have in your fridge, like fruits or anything,
Yeah.
you could add to it, you know.
Yeah.
The regular one is just a basic lime caipirinha.
Yeah.
This is actually a Brazilian drink, and it's very well, how could I say, it's made with rum called cachaca. So cachaca is rum that's made in Brazil. Specifically. It's similar.
From cane, sugar cane.
Yeah, actually it's sugar cane. So here it's similar to what we have here, right? We have our white rum, but the cachaca is a little bit lighter. So what we're using is the crystal
light rum.
You know,
Okay.
that's the closest thing that you will find to cachaca here in Belize, right?
Okay.
But I mean, when you go to restaurants or bar here, they would give you white rum for it, right? But
Okay.
you know, if you want to get very specific, this is what you can
And
use,
that's
right?
what you do at the D spot, right?
Yeah.
You get specific.
All right.
Cool.
So-
Let's do it.
For this one,
It's gonna be a shake and drink.
yeah.
So next up, we had the leapfrog. We had the classic D. I'll do that. I was going to do it for you. The classic D-spot michelada.
And now we're getting
And now we're gonna get into a caipirinha.
caipirinha, a Brazilian drink. Cool. Well,
So for this, you get about more or less about lime wedge. You just cut it up into little pieces, right?
Yeah.
okay. Lime so juicy every time you cut some.
Yeah.
I know.
All right.
And then.
So we need another lime?
Yeah.
Cool. You got something up your sleeve there, bro. Okay.
We'll get the juice of one. That one there, well, I just kind of peel it because I'll be using it for garnish. No?
Okay.
Right now, I'll be doing 2 drinks.
Okay.
Right? In one.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, because normally.
I was asking you if you sleep this
normally-
morning, but no, you get
No,
me
he
fully
doesn't
rested and ready to go.
Normally you would use 1 lime for a drink.
Yeah.
But I'll just be doing 2 of them since I have 2 different fruits here in my bag, right?
Okay.
Just to show the different variations,
Yeah.
right?
Well, check that out.
So you said this is actually one of your favorite drinks?
Yeah, it's very refreshing. It's similar to a mojito.
Okay.
But what happens that, mojito, when it's too hot, you can't get mint leaves. It's not something that you get all year long. So
Okay.
this is basically just lime.
Check the sugar out.
Yeah.
Finally. Some
1,
sugar.
2, about 3. And you kind of mash up the other little wedges that are here.
So like what you do with the mojito.
Yeah, exactly. Similar to the mojito, right? So a lot of times, like sometimes when we're out of mint leaf, I always offer this to my customers, and they always give me positive feedback. They said, it's very
Okay.
refreshing and they like it.
Okay.
Some of them, actually continue asking for it as well.
Yeah.
So, introduce them to something new.
Give me one more empty.
It's probably exactly what this
Yeah.
is. My name again?
So,
All right.
And
All
then we'll be adding,
The light rum.
the light rum.
You're gonna pour. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we could use this, but right now I was gonna show you another little.
Oh,
trick,
well,
you know?
let's check it out.
So
Right.
these bottles are, they have like a little thing that doesn't compare to like these that you just
Yeah.
pre-pour.
Yeah.
So you need one of these, but with these you could just count like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
about 10 seconds is your basic 1.5 ounce.
Oh,
right?
really?
So we'll do 2. Oh, sorry, this one's
yeah.
done.
Oh,
So
mix it up.
10 seconds is would give you similar to one of these,
One of
right?
these.
So since we're doing for 2 drinks,
Yeah. Before people start thinking you're going real crazy here. Yeah. So we're doing 2 drinks with this one because you wanted to show that there's the variations you can
Yeah.
do based on the fruit.
All right.
so
Ice it up.
yeah, then the ice is going to finish crushing up the lime and letting it release those nice flavors, right?
Yeah.
Give a good fun shake.
Yeah. Well. All right.
Just do a little something here quick, right?
Okay.
D-spot style.
So just separate them in 2 first, because we're gonna shake it up a bit more, right?
Okay.
Equal parts, right? So we have for the 2 drinks.
Okay.
So as I mentioned before, you have any fruits at home, like probably strawberries, raspberries.
You got strawberry.
I
Wow.
brought strawberries today, right?
Okay.
You could just cut it up into little pieces.
Okay.
So we're gonna get a strawberry caipirinha.
Yeah.
And is that mango?
Yep. I have a little bit of frozen mango in there as well.
Well.
No, just not too tiny, just
Yeah.
nice little pieces
Nice
there.
nice little chunks. All right.
Oh wow.
We put it back
Set
in.
up again?
Yep. So you know, when you shake it up and with the ice and so on,
yeah,
that lets
Helps to
any
break it
fruit,
up?
yeah, and it allows the drink to infuse with the rum and so on, no?
So we'll
So you
shake
can
it up
actually
again.
taste it.
Just to think things.
All right, and we have our first caipirinha ready.
Oh my God,
Oh,
looks
it's
good.
so
It looks
pretty.
good. Looks good. The smell them too. Oh my God.
And that's so easy to make at home.
Exactly. you
Yeah.
know, basic ingredients that you have at home, you know.
Garnish
do a
too.
little
Got a nice
strawberry
garnish
garnish.
going.
And that's the third drink, but we got, but you
Yeah.
told us there'll be one
A
more.
little variation. So with this, like I said, any fruit that you have at home. Oh, here we go. So
The mango.
I had a couple of little
Frozen mango.
frozen mangoes, and you know this is very nice, and you could always find it here in Belize.
Yeah.
Like for example, every Wednesdays at the spot we have our dollar wings promotion.
Okay.
Yeah, and along with that, we do sangrias and whiskey, right? So our sangrias are actually a mango sangria.
Okay.
Oh.
Right? So we have mango sangrias, and we have, for the gentlemen, whiskey for $5, along with the dollar wings.
Whiskey
right?
for $5 along with dollar wings. You
Yeah,
can't
and
beat
the
that.
$5 sangria.
Dollar a wing.
Dollar a wing.
Okay.
Small
You
rooster
ask them
and you
to
one.
take
Yeah. All right. Here's your other cup.
That
All right, so, yeah, glass that up.
Ooh.
Check out the color. Oh, look at that. We're gonna straw that up.
Yep.
All right. We hook that up. Turn the whirling.
Looks delicious.
Yeah. We're gonna garnish here.
Yeah.
I know I like talking Spanish, right? All right, so check that out. Boom. That's it right there.
Check that out.
Easy, nice, smooth.
Yep.
Four drinks right here on Open Your Eyes. I'll call this the spot. All these drinks you can find in the spot.
Yeah, but most importantly, it was so easy to make at home. We know a lot of
Yeah.
people are choosing to stay in and they need to be creative with what they're doing. So you have just allowed for them to really up their cocktails at home.
That's right.
Up the ante.
So while we must stay at home and try to enjoy what we've got at home, the spot showed us the leapfrog, the michelada, the Brazilian name one way here,
Caipirinha.
Caipirinha. That's the, I would say the what? The raspberry,
Strawberry.
caipirinha,
And a
and the mango. Those words, man.
Well, Juan, you know, we really appreciate
Yeah.
you coming in and showing us these recipes. Of course, we know you're usually very busy there at D-Spot.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for having me today, you know. Talk a little about the spot.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Best ceviche, best drinks, the spot.
Definitely.
And if you
And,
if you
and
haven't,
wings too, you know.
And
And
then
wings too.
the guys brought us wings, and you could get it for $1 each.
dollar
Right?
each, and Wednesdays a whiskey, $5.
Wednesdays are dollar wings, $5
Whiskey.
sangrias and whiskeys. And then Thursdays we have a little promo too. We have $1 off any of our food items and $5 Jaeger shots. And one of another of our favorite D-Spot drinks is our Irish rum. We have them on promos as well for that day.
Cool. If you haven't been there, try it out one time. One time is good enough. Juan Magania, thank you so very much. Owner D-Spot, you've been great with us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
So we're about to take a break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping things up. And yeah, we'll see you when we come back.
Hey son, how was your first day at Sixth Form?
Really cool. It was great to see my friends, and I really love my teachers.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm sorry I wasn't there for your first day, but I'll be back from Corozal next week.
It's okay, Dad. I can't wait to see you. Oh, and please remember, I still have some books I need to purchase.
Ah, yes. Let me e-cash you that right now. Money has been sent. I add a little extra cash just for you.
Whoa, Dad. Thanks. Got it.
You're welcome, sir.
Download the eCash app today and take your first step into a cashless lifestyle. For more information, visit www.e-cash.com or contact us via WhatsApp at 613-0257. eCash, the future is here.
Es un hecho. Únicamente con Smart obtienes todo realmente ilimitado. Solo con Smart obtienes datos ilimitados en cualquier momento. Mientras que con el otro proveedor solo son datos dobles los fines de semana. Con datos ilimitados todos los días no hay necesidad de esperar, así que es un hecho que nuestros planes ilimitados superan a la competencia. Por lo tanto, no permita que le digan cómo y cuándo usar sus datos. Y obtenga llamadas, mensajes de texto y datos ilimitados. Vive la verdadera experiencia de planes ilimitados con Smart. Es un hecho. Haga el cambio y viva Smart.
As one of the largest cable and internet providers in Belize, CBC strives to provide our customers with the highest standards of quality, value, and service in all aspects of cable TV and internet. Monitoring our systems closely, our technicians combine creative planning and state-of-the-art technology with years of experience and training to develop and provide the most reliable and advanced cable and internet service to exceed your expectations. For CBC and our team of talented engineers, technicians, and customer service representatives, delivering less than the very best is never an option.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
We're back.
Just like that, we're back. We've come to the end of our program for today. We're so thankful that you could have joined us today. You opened your eyes and started your morning right. We actually hinted you off with Grace Flavor with a Beat, and they did a great kebab there. That was great. Well, you got to...
Absolutely delicious. Definitely something to try at home. And I just learned a brand new recipe as to what I can do with my avocado. That was interesting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And we also want to say a big thank you, AJ and Noelle and AJ. These kids, they're so cool. They taught us how to play volleyball and play basketball. Just the first steps in getting into it. Thank you so very much. And
we also want to thank Andy Bahador for coming in and starting off with our suggestions as to how we as families can get out and about as well. And he started off today by giving me some great suggestions as to where you can head out to for day trips in the West.
Definitely. And we also want to say a big thank you to Juan Magana of D-Spot with the best ceviches and greatest drinks. He taught us exactly how to make some great drinks with what we've got right here at home, being that, of course, we could enjoy ourselves at home. Juan, thank you so very much. And to you, thank you. Without you, this is not possible. If you've got any questions, any concerns, drop us a line at oye@channel5belize.com.
You can also find us on Facebook at Open Your Eyes BZ and on Instagram at OYEBelize. Remember to tune in on Monday morning at 6:30 when you open your eyes.
To start your morning right. As per usual, keep your eyes, your mind,
and your hearts open.
We'll see you soon. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend, Belize.
Yeah.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.